Live.
We're here.
We're here.
We are live at 11:05, and this is Rob. Welcome.
How many miles?
How many miles? Yeah, you may have the record for how many miles to get here.
No, halfway around the world.
Halfway around the world.
Yeah. I think it's 2,500.
What I want to know, we both speak the language, but one of us has it messed up pretty bad. Is it you guys or us?
I think you guys are in front of us in the way you pronounce your words, the way they're spelled sometimes. So yeah, no.
It ain't you, huh?
No, I don't think
well,
so.
ain't probably. My school teacher probably tell me ain't supposed to say ain't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My niece was down under. Are you down under? Is that what can we?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I say we're the states, from Canada, they think, oh, they know who we're talking about. But you guys got states. You got provinces.
Yeah, we have. Yep, we've got territories and states.
Okay, and then the interior. There's not much in the interior, and everything's around the outside.
Yeah, around the outside, basically. Yeah.
My niece, she went last summer and was teaching in the interior at a Christian school. She spent the summer there teaching. So she's actually thinking about going back to Australia. And Josh's wife, Janelle, she watches sometimes. She's always thought you guys have the coolest accent, and she's always wanted to go to Australia. So maybe now we'll get a chance.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So I think we made the announcement, but we are excited. There's a Spirit Cars Australia, and here it is, right here.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be here, and yeah, see the parent company, get to know your product, bring it to Australia, and yeah, I'm sure the Australians will be quite thrilled and impressed once we get the product out there.
Well, like I was saying earlier, on American Social Network, there are more Australians hot rodders than I'd say than all the other countries combined, but it's a high percentage compared to other countries. And it's probably because we both started because we were a bunch of outcasts and rebels.
Yeah, that's it.
Throw them out of our country and you guys figure that country out and start over. So it's kind of hot rodding in its essence. We just kind of take the rules and bend them to where we want to go with them until it works. So welcome to the world of hot rodding, the USA and Australia. Yeah. And like our presidents got together and said, we're best buddies.
Yep.
So we've been best buddies for a long time, so this is a great opportunity. So you've been spending the morning. We talked about this here at the same table we talked about the other day, except a few less parts. I kind of saved them here for you. And honestly, I did save them here so you could kind of see this before we finish this car. That's my afternoon project. It's kind of tough to, if you've got to buy, you need the tab for your timing tab, and then you need, a spring for your throttle return, but then you need, a dipstick, and you need this, and where do you get all them parts? So we're trying to put together kits. That's kind of going to be the concept of what you're doing, right?
Yes. We find the same in Australia. I've found that sometimes you can get half a car supplied from one person, or maybe a body from here or a chassis from here, where if we can go to the Australian public with a complete car, even if they want to option it up and get an engine, a transmission, the wheels, we can do the whole lot. And like you said, if you can offer a product with a complete kit, like even a chrome package here, it just makes it easy for the person just to say, yeah, that's what I want, and just order it instead of doing multiple shopping and maybe not getting the best price. Here, you buy the one kit, you get the best price, and you know the product. The product comes backed by the business that's been doing it for 30 years.
Well, we've been talking about that a lot. Products are, we're dealing with worldwide. Right now the dollar's strong against your dollar, which is really bad for our business deal. It'd be better if your dollar was stronger against ours. But something that really surprised me was you don't have a VAT tax a value-added tax with America on this product.
No.
Where versus another country there may be a 15 to 20%, or I know UK has a 29% value-added tax.
Yeah, no, we're pretty lucky. We've got that trade agreement with the US, which is good. So yeah, on most of it we'll have no import duties at all. We'll just have the 10% GST, which makes it a good viable option.
Mm-hmm. And again, we're talking about this. A lot of the products we're seeing here, these are homemade I mean, this is American ideas here, but it's been copied and reproduced in Asia or in Mexico or whatever. And just because it's produced in a country other than your own, whether it be Australia or America, the concept of quality never changes.
No.
And you can get great quality product in China. You can get really lousy quality product in China. Same in America. I mean, this would be my political commentary. In the 80s and the late 70s, we were like commanding the automotive industry with our muscle cars going into the 70s. We got pretty cocky and we still started building some pretty lousy vehicles. And because we started building some pretty lousy vehicles in this country, it gave an advantage to some of the other countries to come in. And Japan builds some pretty high quality. There's a guy, Deming, went over, the American guy. Americans didn't want to listen to him, but went over there and helped them. And they're pretty organized and they do quality. So all that being said, what we're trying to do is find the quality products. And that's why we do a lot of turnkeys. It's not the core of our business. The core of our business is doing what you want to do. Putting a kit together so somebody can have fun at home doing it. That's the purpose of these videos even, is for the home guy, you can do it. Here's some tips and things. So as we try to find the quality products and sort through the good ones and the bad ones, I mean, we were looking at this, and this has got some issues on the top. Well, but we've got the same product before that didn't have the issues. This can be sanded and buffed, but time is money, so we want to sort through that, and we stand behind what we sell to the customer, no matter where it comes from. And that's the same from your side.
Yeah.
Will you trust Spirit in America? You trust Spirit in Australia?
So that's what I'm hoping in the future. We'll bring more of these videos or past videos to the Australian public. They'll see the history behind the product, the people behind the product, and not just see it's a selling machine, but it's also an information centre where you do your tech videos, and it's a one-stop package. So that's the main thing I was looking for. If I was going to bring in and start something in Australia, what would it be? Cars, hot rods is a passion of mine, and then finding a product that I think is more complete than any we have in Australia. It's just a thing that I wanted to try, and I'm sure it will work.
I'm sure it will work. I mean, I ask you, what did you want to do? How come you're into this? What do you want to do this? And Rob has a passion for cars. I mean, there's other things you can do but when you have a passion for something, I guess you could say I have a passion for cars. I get up, I work on cars, and that's what I do, and I enjoy my job. It's fun, and we want to share that enjoyment with others. And we say here, we don't build cars, we build dreams. A lot of the folks that get what we have wanted one for a long time, and it's just our job is to help them accomplish their dream.
Yeah, the tool to achieve the dream.
That exactly.
And yeah, like for me to do this in a bigger scenario full time would just be a dream come true even for myself. Just
well,
to work and
people tell me all the time, "Oh, you're living the dream."
Yeah.
Well, after I've been doing it about 40 years, I'm living the dream. So, but when I'm done here, I go home and play with my goats. I'm a wannabe farmer now, so I've got goats at the house and chickens and ducks, and we're having a good time with that too. So to finish today, I guess we've got a pretty loyal following on Facebook here. We're here. I keep threatening we're going to throw Josh out, keep him stay in the office and get an IT person. You met our new IT person this morning.
Yes, I did.
She was here this morning, and she's not taken over yet. She couldn't figure out how to turn on Spirit Cars Australia's live, so we didn't do that live this morning. But tomorrow morning at 8, which would be about, 9 o'clock?
Yes.
Australia.
9 p.m. Australia.
9 p.m. Australian. We're going to try YouTube. So there's a YouTube live. So I don't know how you're going to be able to see it here, but we're going to go all week. We'll do a YouTube live at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we'll get practice up on that. We'll see how she does, and maybe we'll just kick Josh out, keep him in the office. She may be holding that little handle on that thing, maybe tomorrow even. So we'll get Amber in the back there, and I think we'll just keep going. We'll probably show more in depth what a kit is and what your expectations of what a kit should be, and that would be good for me to know what you're expecting. That would be good to let everybody know what they can expect when they get it, and we'll talk about how doors fit and maybe why we did some of the things. You can ask some of the questions of why we did what we're doing and how we do it.
I'm sure once Australia gets to know the product and see it like I have today here, they'll be very impressed.
It's hot rodding. It's fun. It's cool. I mean, you go to the gas station, I guarantee there's a crowd around it, and especially a T-bucket. A lot of people, it's a kind of a lower end price-wise entry level, but it's not an entry level in the sense that it could be entry and finish and have the car the rest of your life and still enjoy it. It's just a little bit cheaper and easier to build, a lot easier to build than say a 34 or 32. So we'll show the bigger cars later on in the week too. So that's it. We finished. A buddy of mine wrote these books. Ernie Gilcrease, he's a hot rod guy. He lives out in the woods now. How big is your city? Pretty big city?
Yes. Yeah.
So, Flippin, Arkansas is not too big.
No, be more like a country town.
Country town. It's not the Outback, but it's
No.
it's somewhere in there. Anyway, Ernie, my buddy, the hot rod man, we call him. He's a hot rod guy. But he moved out to the National Forest, so that's not quite the Outback, but he's almost in the Outback now. He comes back around once in a while, but he wrote these books, and I just read a quote from him once in a while. This is a short one. I don't even know what it says, but okay. Well, this is a good one for today. Identifying a problem is half the solution. So the problem is we're halfway around the world from each other. So we got the problem. We've been dealing with logistics. We've been dealing with titling. We've been dealing with the product mix. We've been dealing with, so we've identified the problem. We've got half our solution down. So we got another, 4 days? We load the container on Thursday.
Yeah, on Thursday. So
another part of the problem is getting the other stuff that you want done, finished, or delivered here by Thursday. And you said we have how long? 2 hours to fill it?
Yeah, 2 hours.
And what time does this 2 hour time clock start?
Yeah, that's still unknown.
Oh.
So that's more fun.
So I should read it again, but I forgot already. But identifying the problem is half the solution. So we're halfway there to figuring out how we're going to get her done. So we do know Thursday for sure.
Yeah,
that won't change, you don't think?
Definitely Thursday.
We did have a flood here a couple weeks ago, you know.
And that's late afternoon.
That's late afternoon. Okay, well, very good. There it is for today. Great for joining us today. You may not be on 11:05 tomorrow. Larry's back. Larry's back for the final time. So we may see Larry tomorrow on the Black Knight. And check out the 8 o'clock YouTube thing. We may go to that format. And for anybody that doesn't know, up there, over there, down there, somewhere around this little screen that you're watching is a button?
Follow button.
A follow button. If you hit that follow button and you do want to see this as it goes live, hit the follow button, and then it's going to notify you somehow, probably on your phone.
Yes.
Well, right while you're in the middle of an important meeting at work, it's going to go off, and don't get fired. We'll see you tomorrow.